Hi, Earth signs. How are you guys holding up during this season, Scorpio season? I feel like there's so many highs and lows of Scorpio. So let's get into it. Let's do some love readings for Earth signs. I'm going to try and stick to like 10 to 15 minutes per sign. I'm going to start with Taurus, then Virgo, then Capricorn, and yes. So let's get to it. Earth, half of the earth signs I know are like, woo, stoked, riding the wave. And then the other half are like, big yikes. What do we do? How do we do this? So first, I want to, pull some cards for possible signs we're dealing with. And, I'm not really exactly sure if I'm just going to do couples or people purely in a relationship, because you know what? The ebbs and flows of relationships are, part of life and are very, it's just an ebb and a flow constantly, because individually we're all here, we got to work on our own stuff, and of course we have those partnerships with people who it can make you feel like one person, two people sharing one brain. But yeah, there's ebbs and flows, and so this is going to be just general love reading. So possible signs that the earth signs are dealing with. I'm just going to do an overview for all the earth signs first. And these are possible signs that we're dealing with. You have to also keep that in mind, because people go through their transits and their progressed signs. And so let's see what we have here. We have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Aries, Pisces. These are possible. And you have to look at, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Those are the possible signs that some of you can be dealing with. And also, I just feel like, since Pluto's in Aquarius, correct me if I'm wrong, there's always something, so I feel like Aquarius is that type of online relationship, long distance relationship, unconventional relationships. And maybe some of us are going through that, and we like to be alone. We could like to be alone, but then be with someone and then be alone. We need our alone time. I feel like it's so true for earth signs too. I feel like earth signs need to kind of regenerate their fuel and maybe do some video gaming and stuff. So, all right, Taurus, I'm going to do for all three earth signs as well. I'm going to be doing a more solid spread, more constructive, because I just feel like earth signs appreciate structure. So I'm already feeling that. You guys are the first of the group of signs I'm going to do. So let's vibe it out. Scorpio season. It's called the plan reading. So, with your questions in mind, and yes, please try to stay away from the cliche yes or no questions. But if you have any certain questions in mind, especially regarding love, this is a good time to say it out loud to yourself, think it, you know. So Taurus, sun, moon, rising, what is the description of the current situation? The description. Oh, oh, okay. So the man card. I mean, so the man is obviously a man. And what is the motive that's driving? Oh, the man, the moon, the myth, the legend. Okay, and obstacles or assistance. Oh, okay. Something fated is definitely happening right now. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Interesting. Okay. What not to do. What not to do, as it won't yield the results you want. What to avoid. What to avoid. Because it won't yield the results you want. Very peculiar for this deck, it seems, for this specific question. Just finding the perfect card for you guys. What? Okay, okay. What not to do. Lilies. Okay. What should be done. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I guess we'll take two. Ring and crossroads. Let's see. Let me make sure this is all in the camera. Okay. So this is what should be done. So then everything will work out. And then prospects of the matter. Hopes and expectations and hopefully an outcome. Okay, I'm not taking all these three because that's too much. So just give me one if you can, please. And thank you. Dog. I mean, dogs are the loyalists. Actually, it's just so sad. My two neighbors are losing their animal today. She's an old dog who's very sick. So I am sad. Rest in peace to Riles. All right, so the description of the current situation is the man. And when we get man, it obviously signifies an important male in your life. And if this reading is about a man in your life, let's see. I mean, I'm still learning this deck. I got this deck in Switzerland, but I think you can get it online, by the way. But either way, it depends on what's surrounding the man. And the moon, I mean, when I think of the moon, I think of the moon card. So the moon card is, I mean, I think of Cancer and intuition and acute sensitivity. So, it makes me think that since it's next to the man, it makes me feel that it could be a man who has a good sense of what is the word I want to use for that? A good balance of feminine and masculine energy within him. or someone who is struggling with that. And this man may have mood swings and is super sensitive, and actually when he wants to be, he could be so in tune with things, but he's got to be a man, right? Can't show any sensitivity because that's weakness, and then that just makes the man look weaker in general. So it could be something like that. I want to believe it's the first thing that came to my mind, which was he is in touch with his feminine and masculine. I feel like this is driving him. Maybe you are the moon and you're trying to help guide him to use his intuition, because I feel like you and this moon is the motivating factor. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman and you are into men or anything like that. This is you, the feminine part of you, that I feel like is guiding this man. And what the obstacle is, or I mean, even assistance, I feel like this could go both ways. The cross is all about fate. It's about, I mean, it could be seen as so many things, right? But it is life lessons and trials. It's technically a negative card in this deck, apparently, because it speaks of life's obligations and responsibility, hard times, heavy duties, a thorny path. But simultaneously, in my heart, I feel like we all need to go through this energy. In a way, I kind of feel like it's like the tower energy, where it's like hard times, but you grow so much after. So I feel like this person you're dealing with is possibly going through some significant changes, and you're kind of like the person who is guiding them, or something within them. Maybe it's just so much sensitivity. I don't know. You're the only one who can answer that, frankly. But I feel like the cross, it could be a burden. It could be feelings of guilt and mental suffering. This is what this man needs to overcome, and maybe it's you as well that needs to overcome that. But since, I mean, in general, usually it's not so blatant, it's not the current situation being a man. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's a woman and man, but like tarot, there's a lot of people cards in the deck. This is an oracle deck, so it's a little different. And I feel like the fact that this man is in the current situation that you're dealing with, I feel like he's going through all this, and you kind of like, he won't, I don't know if he's like going to be logical and listen to you. I mean, females have the answers to a lot, you know, we are problem solvers. I feel like he may not be listening. He may be having to go through it because it's fated for him. He has to kind of go through it himself. That could be it. It could be you too, like take everything as it comes, like this is all subject to change as well. This is just the current energy for Scorpio season love reading, so don't worry. And also listen to your sun, moon, rising, because that could all be different. So what not to do in this situation is the lilies. And I mean, I like lilies. It's a positive card. It's peace. It's loving. It points to the high quality of a person or an object or product. It refers to long terms, reliability, works of art, and antiques. In love relationships, it can represent sexuality. However, if your question pertains to flaws or obstacles, this can indicate arrogance and pretentiousness and contempt for those lower in status. it suggests that someone is too detached from earthly and everyday matters. So I'm going to be honest, because that's all I can do. When I see this personally being what not to do, I feel like this is basically like, don't shower this man with love and peace. He needs to learn these lessons. And that's just my intuition, you know? If it doesn't resonate, just don't freak out. It's okay. Like, just let it go. But this is it could be a time for peaceful union in general, you hope. But I feel like next to this cross, which it would be next to it if my camera was, you know, a different position, but you get what I mean. I just feel like this man could be ignorant of things and pretentious and kind of like maybe even greedy. Maybe he feels like he doesn't have enough, but in your mind you're like, wow, you have more than most people, and he's kind of not showing gratitude. So I feel like Mother Nature is going to teach him some lessons, and I feel like you should refrain from doing this. If you really want the best outcome, you want him to grow. So, all right. What should be done and everything will work out is Ring and Crossroads. They came out together. So I'm just going to like make it clear that these are this. I don't like picking two cards usually for this, but we're going to do it. Trying to be more structured for your earth signs, man. It's like, I'm a water sign. I just let cards pour out and I'm like, blah, blah, you know, but with you earth signs, I want to try and be more structured for your own sanity. I mean, granted, I'm already not structured enough, so it's fine. So the ring is a symbol of a gift and obligations that may be imposed when accepting such a valuable gift. It's also a symbol of status and wealth. It often denotes a connection with someone or something, like signing a contract, an employment agreement, or marriage. Alternatively, it can represent a habitual course of affairs, cyclicity, repetition, return to one old ways. Okay. So, this ring paired with Crossroads. And in Crossroads, I mean, I would intuitively think Crossroads is about picking a path. It's a choice. This card talks about alternatives, choosing from several options, doubts, and pausing to make a decision about which way to go next. This card indicates a moment when we find ourselves in a space of options and we are given freedom to choose. Our future life depends on the decision made. So maybe this man asked you to marry him and you're not decided about it. I feel like the fact that these two came out together when it said what should be done, everything will work out. I feel like you need to remind yourself that you have freedom to choose whatever you want. You're not obligated to this person, no matter what. Like, even if you do sign a contract, honestly, you don't belong to anyone except yourself. I also feel like maybe in a subtle, non-egotistical way, it could be made clear to this person that you are not an option and you have other options and you're good. And it's funny, I'm not a Taurus at all, but I resonate so hard with Taurus readings. Like, and it's funny because I'm dealing with Tauruses all the time. So I also feel like checking out all signs, if it just calls to you, just do that, okay? Just follow your intuition with this because you just never know what's going to stick. I hate to say this in an egotistical way. I really do, but I'm going to say it again. I feel like this person needs to know that you're not obligated to him and only him in life. You have gifts to give others, and you choose to stay with him, but you're not going to want to stay with someone who's going to be stagnant and non-growing. We all want to be better people. If we don't, then why are we even here? If it's not to improve and improve ourselves and just be the best we can be. I know it sounded super preachy and lame, but you know, whatever. All right, prospects of the matter is the dog. So, I mean, dogs, they symbolize loyalty, duty, selflessness, and devoted service. This card is associated with our close friends and the people we can rely on. It also represents safety, protection, and a friendly atmosphere. So the dog is positive, promising support and protection of our interests as well as loyalty of partners. When combined with negative cards, it can show blind devotion to something harmful. Self-sacrifice, dependency, or prioritization of others' interest over your own. And I don't like that. I just feel like if you like that, great. I mean, I'm going to say this. This guy is not a cheater. I'll tell you that. Like, I don't get that vibe at all. And, you know, again, take things as you will. Maybe you have a different story and that's fine. But I feel like this person isn't a cheater, but I also feel like they're very stagnant and very childish. And I don't think that they necessarily like it. There's that cliche saying old dogs can't learn new tricks, and he's calling himself an old dog, and that's not the mentality that's going to help anyone grow. So I don't know, just something to keep in mind. So Tauruses, let me know how that resonated. I think I stayed, yeah, I went like 15 minutes, but I hope this helped. That's always my goal, is just to help you guys. And yes, we'll move on to Virgo. And I could spend all day doing a reading for you, and maybe I will sometime. I'll go live and we'll go crazy, you know? So, Virgo. A Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Let's do a plan reading. I mean, most of my Virgos have been doing pretty good that I'm aware of. Like the ones I actually know, I feel like they're making the best out of dire situations, I should say. I wouldn't say they're necessarily doing good, but that's not the point in life. The point is in life is to make the best out of crap situations, right? So, all right. So Virgo, let me take a sip of my coffee. Virgo, sun, moon, rising for Scorpio season. Love readings. Oh yeah, yes, that's right. What signs are the Virgos dealing with? What signs are, what possible signs, I should say, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, Mercury, are the signs dealing with? Oh, let's go some more. Let's get a couple more. Virgo, what other signs are you dealing with in November 2025, Scorpio season? Oh, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Pluto. So, more Scorpio season. Scorpio's been pulled out for everyone, it seems. I'm going to stick with 3. You know, if you don't see the sign you're dealing with there, don't worry. It's okay. It's kind of just do that for fun and because it's accurate for a lot of people. Okay. Virgo. What is the description? Okay, yeah, and I think I prefaced this for the other one, but think of your question. Try to stay away from, oh, pardon me, one second. Try and stay away from yes or no questions because energy is more ambiguous and fluid than that. So think of a question. I'm going to pull a spread called the plan spread. And, okay, so what is the description of, I didn't even say anything, so I'm not even going to take that. Let me say it out loud first, please. Thank you. I try to be polite, but description of the current situation. Oh my God. Okay. Let me say it first. First card, description of the current situation. Just one card, please. And you give me 3. Okay. Well, I'm going to do this. Description. House. So the current situation is involving a house. And what do houses represent? Safety, security, nesting, family. And then we have the motive that drives. And we have, let me just move this for a second. I think I need to get this in the camera more. So we have house. We have bear. The motive that drives you or what you're dealing with. Obstacles or assistance. The garden. What not to do is it will not yield results. So this next card is interesting because it's what you should avoid because it won't yield the results you want. Seath. Yes. Or scythe. I don't know. I think it's seath. Scythe. I don't know how to say that correctly. And what should be done? Key. And then the prospects of the matter. Prospects of the matter. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Man. It's funny because, you know, I don't assume you all have seen the Taurus reading, but the man came up first. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so house is the current issue. So, like I was saying, the house symbolizes protection, stability, security, solid footing. In the context we're examining, this card is tied to family matters, places of residence, real estate, and personal property. The house represents traditions and lifestyle, comfortable and secure places where we feel most at home. It signifies the creation of structure and foundation. And to see what if this is really a positive or negative card, we're going to see what the bear is, what the bear represents. But so far, you could be questioning your, like, I wouldn't want to say physical safety, God forbid, but maybe it's just like your peace, your emotional stability, and your peace. And again, protecting traditions and stuff, or traditions you want to make. The bear is a neutral card, so this is good because we don't want it to be completely, we don't want the house to feel like negative. The bear is a symbol of power and authority, and this is the motive that drives this, and the possession of resources. This card indicates that you have possibly an advantageous position or powerful support from high-ranking individuals such as parents, spouse, or bosses. So I feel like maybe something is going on in this home. I don't think it's necessarily bad either. I just think that you have a step up, a leg up, because you have support. So we'll see what the garden means, because that's what I love about this deck, is each card kind of has to go together. I mean, it makes sense for all, like, any type of deck, but I like it because it really influences what's near it. And so the obstacles or assistance is the garden. Garden. The garden is positive. This is a very positive reading, except for, I think, the Seath, which is what we need to avoid, but we'll get there in a second. Since ancient times, the garden has symbolized places associated with pleasure and carefree periods of life. In contemporary realities, the garden is connected with public places for leisure and entertainment. So this card describes everything that happens publicly in view of everyone. It is also associated with beauty, aesthetics, decorations, festive events, advertising, and public relations. So the garden card is positive and predicts socializing, attending public events, and meeting in pleasant company. So I feel like, I mean, two could be true. There could be obstacles with socializing, because maybe there's some power plays. But I also think that this is going to help you. I mean, this feels like I'm giving a reading to someone who is very, like, I mean, house and garden. And then, like, we have bear, which is, like, so powerful. So I'm so curious about what your question is, because I'm like, what? I mean, these are technically love readings. I mean, in the end, you're hoping for a man. Maybe you're have all this success. You have, like, structure, you have, like, a good home. Even if you're living with people, you're kind of like the boss of the house, people respect you. You have, like, your work together, and you just need to socialize a little bit more and maybe get out there, because dating apps suck anyway, but maybe get out there and socialize so you can meet this man, because this is the hope in the end, right? But I also kind of want to point out that our next card is the Seath. And I already I already know about this card a little bit. It's kind of just like talking about cutting things away. And this is what you should not do. So maybe you're, like, not giving people chances. Or maybe even the person, if you're with someone, maybe you're not giving them a full chance and you're kind of, like, cutting them down. Like, let's dive into it. Let's find it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think for last month, I was talking about the weight of words with Virgos. And your words can do this to someone. It could kind of, like, cut them down real quick and, like, cause some pain. Let's not do that. But this card can cut off and reduce something. It could be a relationship with a friend or an employer, salary cuts, or unpleasant expenses. You should avoid I mean, this is the thing to avoid. It will not get you what you want in life if you just swiftly strike people down. And it's a sharp object. It works quickly. You have to be very careful with questions where when this card falls, where this card falls. So this is what not to do. So do not do that, please. I mean, you have your own free will. If you want to cut people down in an instant, go ahead. But I'm just saying, you're not going to get what you want. This is what you need to do to get what you want. So the key symbolizes opening of locked doors, gaining access to what was previously unattainable. With the right key, all the questions are answered, all riddles are solved, and everything becomes exceedingly clear and understandable. This card foreshadows good luck, success, and attainment of authoritative powers and brilliant opportunities and prospects. The key also suggests a situation of reliability and security. It's a positive card. And it's like mutual love, it's just good flow. So you are lost in a maze, the resolution of the issue. Yeah, see, what you need to do is I'm going to just say with this too. I'm sorry, I got so distracted. Someone came into my house and I was a little, and there's that loud ass fucking truck. Sorry, pardon my language. Anyways, this card foreshadows good luck, success, and attainment of authoritative powers and brilliant opportunities. I think I said this already. So this is what you need to do to get what you want. And the prospects is a man. I mean, this is literally the only man in the whole deck. And you're hoping for this. And I think you're going to get this, especially if you avoid the sharpness and use the key. You know, you're a Virgo, you got this. And I can't wait to hear it because it sounds like a very, very successful and abundant month for you. Abundant season. I'll get back to you in Sagittarius season, but yes. Thank you, Virgos, for joining me. And then we'll get into Capricorn. 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 But yeah, let's pull signs you're dealing with. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And for some reason, I feel like you guys should see this Oracle deck. Maybe pick it up for yourself. I think that's why I'm like having it advertised right there, basically, because I'm like, y'all gotta get it. Okay. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. What are the signs you're dealing with for this Scorpio season 2025? What are the possible signs my beautiful Cappies are doing? Capricorns are my capybaras, you know what I mean? I know they represent the goat and the fishtail, but I'm like capybaras, okay? Capricorn, capybaras. What are the possible signs you're dealing with this November? Whoa. Possible signs for the Capricorn. Aries. I feel like Aries has popped out for all three earth signs. Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, so fire. Give me one or two more possible signs. And these can be Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, Venus. So Taurus or Libra. Could also be Venus in Aries or Venus in Sag, but okay. Capricorns. We're going to do the plan reading. So think of a question and try and keep it open to more than a yes or no question, because yes or no is just like energies are fluid, energies change, they're ambiguous, we don't know. So think of your question, and I'm going to draw 6 cards for the plan reading. So the description of the current situation, Capricorn. Description. Oh my god, the bear. The bear. So strong authority figure. Maybe a strong parent or spouse or employer. Someone who it seems like you would have a good relationship with. So the motive that's driving you. I mean, I think we all know what the motive is for Capricorn, right? Tree. Oh my gosh, I don't think I pulled this card before. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. Obstacles. Okay, heart. Okay, bro. Oh wait, this isn't even in the camera, is it? I'm so bad at that. I need to like get my lines straight. Bear, tree, heart. What not to do. Stars. What should be done. What should be done. Sun. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. And the prospects of the matter. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Some of these cards I don't think I have pulled too often because I'm new to this deck. Even though I got it 6 months ago, I just kind of take my time with my decks and vibe it out, and we learn together. I mean, the fox right away, I think. I mean, there's like a mask. You never know. Foxes are so cute, but a little deceiving when it comes to their symbolism, like trickery, and I don't know. We'll get into it, but we'll start with the bear, which, from what I remember from the last reading we just did, the bear is authority. And someone who, yeah, the bear is a symbol of power and authority as well as possession over resources. This card indicates the current advantageous position of powerful support from high-ranking individuals, bosses, parents, spouse, etc. It says the next card and the cards that are touching it will depend on how it goes. In the last reading, it went well. There's a very good high energy, good positive cards, but I feel like the tree should be good, right? That looks good, but I don't know yet. We're going to find out. It signifies protection, authority, professionalism, resilience, honor, respect, high income, growth of savings, reliable investments, and large businesses, and strong health. So, I mean, like I said, this is a love reading, but this is very Capricorn right now. This is like next to all these. I mean, I don't know. We're going to find out the tree. So let's do the tree. And also, I do want to warn you. I know I'm jumping to the end, but with Fox, it is next to the bear, like 14, 15. So I do want to say that the card is associated with cunning, deceit, intelligence, resourcefulness. So it says that Fox is a predator whose survival depends on the success of hunting. Carefully stalks its prey and audaciously attacks as soon as there's a moment of inattention. This card warns of a meeting with such a dangerous character or suggests that the querent will demonstrate miracles of ingenuity. So, with realtors, financial consultants, salespeople, lawyers, and people who work in private business for themselves. And it could also mean like greed, for profit, fraud, manipulation, financial loss, and unethical behavior. So I'm just saying right away when I see this at the end card and I see this in the beginning, just be very cautious. Especially I think Mercury is going into retrograde soon. So just be cautious with any investments this month. And overall, just be cautious. Just be more aware, like we don't want this. And I jumped ahead. I'm sorry, but I care about you Capricorns, and I know you care about your success, and I care about your success, and I want you to do well. So just be careful. That's all. Okay, let's go to tree. Tree is a positive card. Okay, yeah, this is very good. Signifying everything is unfolding naturally in the best way possible, leading us toward prosperity. The issue that you're asking about is taking root and growing, bearing fruit and representing a long-term project that will yield profits for many years. And I think heart, I mean, let's go to heart really quick because it all influences each other. So heart is a positive card and it foretells love and romance. Okay, so you're like, maybe you're business partners with someone that you also are in a relationship with. That's possible. Or maybe you're going to meet someone who you're going to team up with. It's going to be quite successful. Of course, I'm warned by the fox, so again, be wary. But I mean, this is like building blocks and it's natural and I love it. I love it. Like, oh, wow, this is very beautiful. Okay, sorry. Got ahead of myself. Okay. It says, the issue that you asked about is taking root and growing. And it's in a positive environment with the heart. So it will yield profits for many years. I feel like the only thing that's actually super negative is like Fox in this reading. I could be wrong. We're gonna look at stars and sun, but that's what I'm feeling. It also, the tree relates to family lineage and deep emotions, and it also points to a relative's involvement in a matter or influence of a family clan. Okay, so it could be someone, like it could be your parent who's in control and powerful, but like when I see the heart, this is literally romance. So I'm like all like flustered. I'm like, gotta breathe. I forget to breathe. Yeah, because the heart is like sensuality, empathy, sentimentality, assistance in affairs, sincerity, idealism, emotional involvement, mercy, charity, gifts. Wow, this is very prosperous. I love this reading for you so much. I'm kind of jealous. I haven't done my own signs yet, but I'm jealous. And then we are going to go to stars. So stars is positive, yes. And then, yeah. Okay. So this is crazy. These are all like, this is more neutral, but it's surrounded by positivity. This is the only one that's like negative. Okay. So this is the only caution in here. I think it's saying though, feel it, but this is no, like there are deceitful people. So just be careful. And it could be, I mean, it is touching the heart. It could be someone deceiving you in love, God forbid. I don't want that to be the case, but I don't like, I like to be cautious. I like to be warned. I like to know what's good. So I'm hoping, I mean, the sun and the stars, stars symbolize patronage from above, lofty goals, aspirations, a conquest of new horizons, clear understanding, inspiration, and magnificent creativity. So there's optimism, ambition, development, foresight. Oh my god, vacuuming. I hate it. Anyways, sorry. Not this reading. I'm like, I mean, of course there has to be a vacuum because this reading is like exuding so much positivity. It signifies great success, fortune, recognition, awards, and a bright stage life. Like I'm grinning from cheek to cheek. I'll be showing my face again soon on this channel, but right now I'm in my pajamas, okay? Like I just was feeling doing this reading. And oh my god, I have just full body chills. Like, oh, Capricorns, like it's so abundant and successful. The sun and the stars. I mean, the sun is obviously a symbol of life, generosity, prosperity, clear vision, understanding. This card speaks of an upsurge of energy. And I mean, okay, so I know that this is what not to do. So I need to go back to it. Because it's what not to do. Okay, well, I'm just saying, keep your illusions grounded, okay? Don't get so lost in the clouds. You know, like it's okay to be ambitious, but don't be delusional. Don't be delusional about things, okay? Because you've got solid things going. This won't yield as many is like the results you need, you know? But I'm just gonna say this is really positive, and I'm sorry if I'm overly positive. I'm not even trying to be positive, honestly. I mean, there's a fox here, which is deceitful, so just keep your eye out for deceit. Don't be too delusional in your ambition, but obviously you're doing so good things. Let things naturally trust in the natural process of unfolding. You know, like you're a work goat, you work hard and you're going to get that recognition for it. Just trust and don't daydream too much about it. Just kind of like stay humble, I guess I should say. And also, because if you're not humble, you may get deceived. You may be deceived. Sorry, I can talk. When my mind goes faster and my feelings are like, ah, then my mouth can keep up with. But I'm gonna get out of here now because there's vacuuming in the background and it's so like ruining the vibe for a moment. Just yeah, you're good. Just be careful of deception. Trust the process. Like you're gonna get, and yeah, just be, yeah, just you have plans, but right now, just write them down, put them somewhere else, focus on your main, because you're already very successful. Put these in for the future because it may stifle what you're doing right now, if that makes sense. And that's what my intuition says. I love you so much. It was great reading your energy. I feel so honored and so blessed. And please, if you feel the need, I would love to hear what this means for you for Scorpio season because I am loving it. All right. Bye, Capricorns. I'll see you soon. And I mean, I know this is love, but this is work. We got this, Capricorn.